So you've been on the Tea Party Express for how many days?
I have been on it for 14 days. It started April. I keep saying April, August the 28th
28th.
in Sacramento, California, and it ended yesterday in Washington D.C. 9/12.
How many stops did you have along the way?
We did 16 states, 34 rallies, 2 and 3 a day. I left my voice in Waco, Texas. Yeah, I lost my voice a couple of times because we were just singing every day, and sometimes we would only have a couple of hours between rallies. Maybe if they had organized this again, it would have been better if we had at least one day of rest.
Exactly.
Because we were functioning on 2, 3, and the max amount of sleep we probably got was 4 hours sleep at a time.
Oh, really?
But
Wow.
I have to say, this tour overwhelmed all of us, including the organizers, because we had a sound system. This is my second tour with Our Country Deserves Better Pack. I went on the Stop Obama tour with them last year. That tour was
That was during the election?
right.
Okay.
No, yes, that was right before the election. That tour was very successful in terms of the people showing up at the rallies, but nowhere near like this, and it just totally blew us all the way. I think in Sacramento, the very first day, there was like 19,000 people, and then the next rally was 5,000, then the next rally was 10,000. You know, and the thing that really surprised me the most, beyond the size of the crowds, was the audience's response to me saying that I'm not a hyphenated American. I began all of the rallies, and I would say, "Hello, my fellow patriots. I am not an African American. I am Lloyd Marcus American." And people would go nuts. I was like, "Wow," And many would come to me with tears in their eyes after the rallies, just thanking me so much, saying that we don't want to be hyphenated. And they would say, "I'm an Italian American, or I'm an Irish American," but I would never hyphenate myself, because every single one of them felt that hyphenating divides us. Now, these are the same people that Barack Obama is calling racist, and these are the people who say we don't want to be hyphenated, that we want to be united as Americans. So that really took me back, and it opened my eyes that we've been held hostage with this politically correct hyphenated thing for a long time. Like, I remember years ago, I was black, and then suddenly I woke up and somebody says, "Nope, now you're an African American. And if you do not use African American, then you're stupid, or you're ignorant, or you're not progressive." So like, suddenly you had to say African American, and I never liked saying it, and I refused to say it. And it didn't make much of a difference, but this was my first time saying it to a large audience like that. And at every single rally, people went crazy over that line. Uh, every rally, the people just loved us, and they thanked us and everything. This makes me emotional because when we were coming from Arkansas and heading to Memphis, we were running behind by several hours, and some people had wanted us to. And we had a small whistle stop scheduled, and they said, "Oh, 50 people said, like, if you're going to bring the bus draw by, we would love for you to stop for a second, and we can see the inside of the bus and take some pictures." So we said, "Okay, well, with us being hours behind," we said, "No, we can't stop." We got this call, and they said, "No, you have to
Sorry,
stop."
wait a minute.
Right, yeah. And they said, "No, you have to stop. There's a bunch of, people here." When we got there, the state police led the bus in, and there was like 5 to to 800 people there. We were not prepared to do a rally there, so there was no sound system, there was no stage. A guy pulled a pickup truck in the back of the crowd, and so all of our singers and speakers got on the back of the pickup truck, and somebody gave us a bullhorn, and we did not have sound equipment to do a music performance or do speeches. So somebody said, do the Pledge of Allegiance. And so we did the Pledge of Allegiance through a bullhorn, and we sang God Bless America. That was the whole show. But people in the crowd were just crying, it was so moving. And they, yes, yeah, right, and people gave us boxes of nachos, and people had sewn these homemade bags, and they gave us that, and brownies and cookies, and this lady baked something, that lady baked something, and when we got back on the bus, the whole team was like in tears, and they felt like, wow, like this whole thing is bigger than us, and it really sort of showed us how much this whole movement meant, and these people were so grateful. They kept saying, "We love you, thank you." It still just wipes on me up, And these are those racist white folks.
What do you say to those charges? That it's just a bunch of white racists.
It's malarkey, and they know it's malarkey. These are just everyday decent folks. They only use that race card because they know it shuts people up. But these were just plain old everyday folks who love their country. Throughout all those rallies, I never heard one racist term or one violent term or anything. People were just concerned about their country.
Well, how many people do you think? I think how many people were on those to stop?
Somebody estimated around 100,000 when you take in 10,000 here, 5,000 there. I don't think it was. I think.
No, it wasn't like you were playing in your head and you said, okay, get the people out and let people campaign signs, get the buses, the money.
None.
They said, okay, come to this stop, and you never knew what was going to happen.
Right. Another impressive rally was our rally in Memphis, because the rally was supposed to start at 10 o'clock at night. We didn't get there until 12:30 at night, and our bus driver said this rally is going to be rather embarrassing. He's from Memphis, and he says, I know those folks, and they're not going to hang out. When we got there at 12:30 at night, there was probably 2,000 people there left. I heard that that basically a third of the crowd had left, but there was like 2,000 folks left. We opened the door. This lady had this huge container of barbecue spare ribs. And they just absolutely loved us, and they were enthusiastic too. They had been waiting 2.5 hours, and they were still up and enthusiastic and excited and thankful. And that was another fantastic rally. And then our last rally, and that was in Toms Rivers, I want to say Michigan. I can't remember, but the town was called Toms Rivers. That was another one. It was after dark, several hours late, and raining. Oh. And when we finally got there, because of a traffic jam, our sound system wasn't there. And they had about 2,000 folks at that one, too. So we sang songs. We sang God Bless America and America the Beautiful. And the people went crazy over everything that we did. And then finally,
how much the response that you got? People.
Every single stop, people.
Did you ever have any hecklers? Did you have any?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, I know you got, and they asked me
And
which.
why was that happening?